Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and of course, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay, first off, a little note. Obviously, I'm a little late with this video because I am under the weather. However, I've been doing this for 4 years straight, and it really would suck if it just stopped like this. I got a goal in mind, and I'm going to keep to it. So, now that that's out of the way, first up, congratulations are due. Last week we had all kinds of great fights that went down. I could go on and congratulate about 20 people. Quite honestly, it's 2 weekends in a row we had some awesome fights. I'm really hoping it's going to make it 3. That being said, I'll give a quick congratulations to Steve the Dragon Claggett for being successful in this fight. Won himself the IBF International Title. I think, despite me not being a fan of the rematch between him and Yves Ulysses, I think this might have just made things a little bit closer. That and the fact that the World Boxing Super Series has locked up a lot of guys. And I know HBO is looking for one hell of a fight, and Steve Claggett, Yves Ulysses would be definitely one of those fights. So, that being said, we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, stay tuned. I will keep you posted. As far as news is concerned, 2 major events went down. First up, the rumors are done. David Lemieux, Spike O'Sullivan, it's going down. It's Ryan Gosling versus the Iron Sheik. It's a really great fight. Personally, I think that David Lemieux's only issue in the ring has been motivation. If he is not motivated, personally, I think he doesn't show up. It's nothing personal. I just think that's his only downfall. That being said, I think the loss to BJ is really sticking in his craw. And seeing how Spike has the WBO title underneath Billy, and there was talk of Billy Joe fighting Spike, should David Lemieux knock Spike O'Sullivan out, that should make the possibility of a rematch with Billy Joe, which is something I know David would want, at least a bigger possibility. Seeing as how the performance he gave originally wasn't that great, this is the best way for him to go about trying to make it happen again. Also in the news, the undisputed, undefeated, unanimous heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, is going to do what Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn couldn't. Get a fight done with Deontay Wilder. And apparently it only took 2 days to make it happen. I know Tyson Fury is a character, but this is some beautiful stuff. Honestly, this is the only fight I would want for Tyson Fury. I'm happy he got 1 or 2 tune-up fights, and they were tune-up fights. Trust me, they were glorified sparring matches. He needs a real fight, something with some major consequences. Kind of like David Lemieux, motivation is key with him. And personally, I think if anyone's going to beat Deontay Wilder, despite that unnatural, inhuman strength, I think it would be the Mac himself, the King of Kings, Tyson Fury. That being said, should he beat Deontay Wilder, it's Joshua next, and you know that fight's going to happen in England. It'll be too big to stop. Should Deontay beat Tyson Fury somehow, that's going to elevate his stock. So it's a fantastic fight. They're talking about before the end of the year, so more than likely December. That is going to be a fantastic showdown. Looking forward to it. As far as what you can watch this week, guys, there was TKO going down right now as we speak, but as you can tell, I am under the weather and I am not going anywhere. It's on the Fight Network. It's on Fight Pass. You guys could watch it. Friday morning early, 7 a.m., going down in Australia. Billy Dib, Tevin Farmer, the IBF straps on the line. Tevin Farmer's been waiting for this moment. He looks good. He looks ready. He was on the scales. It's going down real early in the morning, and I don't feel that great. Hopefully, I'll be able to DVR it or watch it live. It's a really tough one for fans, but the outcome's going to be fantastic. Billy Dib was a hot ticket a couple years ago, but bad promotion and bad negotiations has caused him to fade away, and I don't think he's ever been the same since. Tevin Farmer's going to pull away in this one, in my opinion. That being said, also on the undercard, keep an eye out for Tim Tszyu, Costa Tszyu's son. Fantastic young athlete. This is all going down Friday morning at like 6:15 a.m. It's starting. I think ESPN Plus is picking it up at 7 or 7:30. You know what? If you guys watch it, you're troopers like me. Friday night on Bounce TV, we got a nice little card going down from Las Vegas. We got Sharif Bogare on that. Always a fan of him. Always will tune in for Sharif. Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. In Spain and in England, we got some boxing. In Spain, I want you guys to keep an eye out for a young man named Kerman Lajaraga, 25-0, 20 KOs. This guy is a Spanish matador monster. Make sure to check him out. Definitely a welterweight for the future. In the UK, Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn's got a nice little card going down at 7 p.m. on TSN, Fox, and I think the Fight Network. You guys can tune in to that unionized fighting championship. There's going to be a rematch, Dillashaw versus Garbrandt. But if you're like me, going down on Fox, you got Devin Alexander versus Andre Berto. Solid card. Also, Peter Quinlan versus Jalon Love. Sergey Lipinets, Brandon Figueroa, Luis Collazo, Alicia Napoleon, and oddly enough, here's a little asterisk that a lot of reporters out there aren't going to be bringing up, but Marcus Brown. The same Marcus Brown that was supposed to fight Kovalev, which Alvarez, which I will get to in a second, is fighting. But the main reason Kathy Duva protested against fighting Marcus Brown right away is because he got arrested for a domestic issue at home, and it wasn't the first time. So she was stating that there was a possibility he might have to pull out of the fight, and she didn't want to risk that kind of money on him. Nonetheless, he's going to be fighting that same night. Now, in Atlantic City, HBO at the Hard Rock Casino, we got a great night of fights for main event. Our man, Eleider Alvarez, will be stepping in the ring and finally fighting for a title. 2 years in the making, Adonis Superman gave him the slip. We've got a showdown with Kovalev for the WBO strap. My pick is up on the Fight City. You guys can go read that. I won't tell you what it is, but I think most of you know. That being said, great undercard. Dimitri Bivol, Isaac Chilemba. Chilemba is a real deal gatekeeper. I know it sucks to say that, but it's the truth. If Bivol wants to prove himself out there, he's got to keep doing what he's doing. He destroyed Sullivan Barrera. He's got to put away Isaac Chilemba to prove that he is worth that title he's holding. That being said, I would love to see Bivol versus Beterbiev. Also on that card, keep an eye out for Vaughn Alexander, Devin Alexander's brother. Devin Alexander fighting on the DeBella Fox card. Listen, it is a great weekend of fights. I'm sorry I'm late with the video. As you can tell, I'm sick. I've been running around like a madman trying to cover my bills. I'm hundreds in the hole right now. I'm behind on a few payments for a few things. It is what it is. I'm looking for a job. Under the weather, as you guys hopefully can tell from my voice and the fact that I'm not wearing a shirt because I am sweating balls. That's it for me this week, guys. Sorry I was late with this one. Tune in next week. Hopefully I'll be feeling better. If you want to help support, go check out the Patreon page. I kind of worked hard on it, so at least go check it out. That's it for me. I'll see you guys next week.